Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Doom Marathon. With me, as always, is Gac-Losen.
Hello, beautiful people.
And last we left off, I already explained in chat, we just got through the Ultimate Doom. We got through the final episode of the first Doom game, and we have started up a dedicated death counter, and it's at 40. That's because that's how many times I died in that episode.
Okay, to be fair though, it was only because you were playing Thy Flesh Consumed, which has the hardest levels in any classic Doom game.
And considering how I've still beaten it with that many deaths in tow in a little over an hour, that's still pretty impressive.
Yeah, you did well. I'd have to say that it had to do with your experience.
Mm. On that note, we are ready to begin Doom 2, Hell on Earth, considered to be a classic among all of the classic Doom games, fan favorite from top to bottom, all across the consoles and PC, myself included. Are we ready to begin Doom 2, Hell on Earth?
Red and Tear.
Alrighty, let me go on ahead, do that, and we will switch over to the game side of things. And look at that. So if I need to adjust the volume a little more, let me know, but as of right now, we're just going to go ahead and get started. So just like in the last Doom game, we are going to be going through it on ultra violence. And, well, there's plenty of reasons why I love Doom 2 as a game. Well, first and foremost, it's technically the first Doom game I've ever completed. Believe it or not. Yeah, I've completed Doom 2 before I've completed the first Doom game.
I mean, that's not really surprising when it comes to video games, because there's a lot of people who pick up sequels before they ever pick up the original title.
Right. And another thing is, well, we will be introduced to a new weapon in this game. It's already been said in the last session of the Doom Marathon, but it goes without saying, and I don't want to fucking die this early in the fucking game.
Oh, lordy. I didn't realize I would have to get the death counter up and counting so quickly.
Oh, it'll be fine. But the new weapon that will be introduced is the Super Shotgun. We will be introduced to that in the second level, actually. We'll be introduced to that gun in the second level. That and the level layouts is not as labyrinthine as the first Doom game, I gotta say.
It's more straightforward?
It's more or less pretty straightforward.
That's good. I mean, if I ever go back to Doom 2, I can take that into consideration, because my biggest complaint with the early Doom games is, and holy shit, this is a classic level, this is one of the classic areas in Doom 2016.
Yep.
Awesome. So, yeah, what I was saying was one of my biggest complaints about the classic Doom games is indeed the fact that it feels a lot like a labyrinth a lot of the times. And I'm just like, oh, I have no idea where the hell I'm supposed to be going. And it's kind of annoying because there's no enemies. I've already killed everything. So it's like, oh, now you just got to find a key. And it's like, okay, great.
Yep, so that is the first level. The second level is Underhalls, and this is where we get introduced to the biggest, baddest gun right next to the BFG 9000, the Super Shotgun.
The Super Shotgun is a thing of beauty.
Yes. The most powerful weapon in classic Doom game history. Even in ultra violence, or hell, even in nightmare mode, you can take down a pinky demon within one shot.
Well, most powerful non-BFG weapon.
Yes. No, that's
because
I mean that's what I mainly mean. I said right next to the BFG 9000.
Ah, okay. So when you said, okay, that kind of confused me a bit because you're like, I'm gonna find it, and there's gonna be a BFG right next to it. I'm like, damn, this early in the game?
No, no. Although the earliest level that you can pick up a BFG is in level 6, I believe, if I
Ah,
remember
okay.
correctly. But yes.
All right. I was gonna say level 2 BFG. Damn, Doom 2
Not
is
fucking around.
ridiculous. Yeah, it's like, geez. Maybe if this was something on the along the lines of thy flesh consumed, then maybe. But damn.
Yeah. Alright.
Ugh.
So let's go here. And I picked up the
Also,
super shotgun. Let's show it off.
here we go. Does not reload that fast, but man, does it more than make up for it in firepower.
Yes, it does. It's such a beautiful weapon. It's still a beautiful weapon in, well, at least it's still a capable weapon in Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil, but again, during this marathon, we're just doing the mainstream titles. So, unfortunately, we won't meet the Super Shotgun again until Doom 64.
Oh, no. Like, I think the most beautiful incarnation of the Super Shotgun was in Doom 2016.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yep.
thing was... oof.
That thing maxed out, if I remember correctly, after you do the challenge. I think you can shoot it the total of 2 times, I think it was.
Yeah, you can shoot it twice at full power before it needed to get reloaded, and you could, like, destroy a Baron of Hell within seconds with that thing.
Yep. Now, you have to be careful with this section in particular in Under Halls because it's filled to the brim with demons and pinkies and shotgun guys, and hell, even explosive barrels. So, and considering that the hallways are indeed dark, you won't know what you're shooting half the time, and if you happen to hit a barrel and you're next to it, well, you're fucked.
Yeah, the good thing about Doom games is that the only friendly fire you have to worry about is towards yourself.
Pretty much, yes.
Then again, Doom was never going to be a tactical shooter,
Right. And now
which is a good thing.
Now we step into Gauntlet. For the longest time, I mispronounced it as Gauntlet for the longest time, but it is indeed Gauntlet.
Now, is it like that because...
The spelling, mainly. It's literally
So
spelled Gantlet.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then it will. If it's a misspelling, then yeah, it's got to be called Gantlet. But like, if it was intentional, I'm gonna be like, wait, what the hell?
And well, this is fitting because we do have an upcoming area in this level where it's a bit of an open arena. We get introduced to one of the newer enemy types known as the heavy weapons guy or the heavy chain gunner. And
Love those guys, don't you?
oh no, I do not. But they do drop a huge amount of ammunition for the chain gun, which is what we just picked up.
Yeesh, those guys just rip right through your health.
They really do, and like I said, their damage output basically amounts to the same damage that a shotgun blast make. So, yeah. Imagine a shotgun guy being able to shoot rounds from his shotguns without having to pump it.
Jesus Christ! It's like when the Spider Demon died, like all these chain gunner guys decided to show up and was like, "Hey, you killed this guy. We're still. You think you're not going to have to deal with his bullshit? Haha, you're funny."
Yeah, exactly. But that is one of the many enemy types that we will be bumping into in this game. And yeah, like I said, if you're going to be in a room full of enemies, definitely take care of the zombie man and shotgun guys and the chain gunners because their hit scans, I hate their hit scans in this game. And we'll be having trouble with that in the later levels, I assure you. Now, I don't know how many levels I'm planning on going through in this session, but I will say right now that I am planning on going through all the levels. Yes, that also includes the 2 secret levels in this game, so. I just need to remember how to get to this said secret level, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem, would it? Should it? Would it? Should it? I don't know. But you said that your experience with this game, you promptly stopped after a level called Tricks and Traps?
I stopped at a level called Tricks and Traps because I couldn't beat it.
Yeah, it is one of the hardest levels in the entire game.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, it shows up at a midpoint in the game.
Yep. At least after Dead Simple. Yeah, it's. Now, before we got the marvelous ports of this game on Nintendo Switch and every other console available, we had the nifty Game Boy Advance. Once upon a time, that has seen the ports of Doom and Doom 2 on there, and I do own both copies. I mean, it's sitting directly right behind me. You can barely see it, but there's the two copies right there.
What the hell?
Yeah, no, you think I'm kidding? Here, hold on.
No, I believe you. I believe you, and I believe that you have those copies. It's just I have no idea that those games were ported onto the Game Boy Advance.
Yep, there they are.
And don't pause the game for me unless you really want to.
No, I'm showing it off on stream. I have it right here.
Gotcha.
And
right.
And I also have Wolfenstein 3D as well for the Game Boy Advance.
Sweet.
But yes. Are these the most magnificent ports of the game? No, not really. But it is surprising what the Game Boy Advance was capable of.
Game Boy Advance was such a huge leap in technology and innovation for video games, and it is a console that I remember fondly. I think the one thing that the Game Boy Advance did for me that was probably the most significant was that it introduced me to a little-known game series called Fire Emblem. Oof. The amount of hours I put into Fire Emblem 7.
Yeah, believe it or not, Game Boy Advance was a system that introduced me to Kingdom Hearts.
Well, that's where you played Chain of Memories for the first time?
Yep.
Oh, lordy.
Yep. Kingdom Hearts, Sonic Advance 2. Even Tony Hawk's Underground of all games. But, yeah, no. There were plenty of games I enjoyed playing on the Game Boy Advance. I still have a handful of games to this day for that thing. And I just got done talking to Gac the other day how the two games that were gifted to me on Christmas when I had a chance at being gifted a Game Boy Advance SP, I said no because I was actually very happy with the Game Boy Advance that I still had at that point. I didn't really care if it had a bright, like a backlit screen or anything like that. No, I didn't care about that. So long as my old Game Boy Advance was still working, I really didn't care. So instead, I got two games for the system instead. One of them being Donkey Kong Country 3, and the other Metroid Zero Mission.
Ooh, already Zero Mission.
And man, I have fond memories of Zero Mission to the point to where I've played it so much that the backup battery save was corrupted. Like, you would not be able to save on that game anymore. I still have that copy to this day.
Oof, and that introduced you to the magical world of speedrunning out of necessity.
Yep, it sure did. It sure did. In fact, the last time I went through it on any percent, I think it was normal mode that I played it on because I wasn't that crazy to go through it on hard mode. But on normal mode, I think the last time I played it on any percent was under an hour. I don't remember the exact time that I've beaten it, but it was definitely under an hour. And where it comes to a time to where when I go around to speedrunning that game again, yeah, but I'm definitely going to need some practice, and I'm probably going to have to get used to the controls on the Wii U console ports, because that would be the closest thing I would get to, that would be the closest control setting I would feel like it would be on a Game Boy Advance, if that makes any sense.
It does, but you might also want to hurry up and buy it on the
I
Wii
already
U
did.
shop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, because Nintendo is shutting it down. And I don't know how many people this is going to reach, but to everyone crying about the game, about those eShops shutting down, you've had close to a decade to buy those games, and you're complaining about it now?
Right. Let me go on ahead and pause real quick so I can get this resituated to where I can see the chat.
Yeah, because Max did say a few things, mostly about the SP.
Yeah, let me
But
see. So, you didn't want to play in the dark without additional lights? Look. So, this is me, basically. This is coming from a guy. This is coming from a guy that got used to playing the Game Boy Pocket in the dark, where I would have, like, in the dark while laying in the living room, I would have the screen directly pointing at the TV screen so I can look and see what the hell I was doing on said screen. So, yeah, I got used to that. And to be fair, along with those two games, my dad also found a third-party pack of accessories that would connect to your Game Boy Advance, and one of them was a light sort of thing. So, hey.
yeah. And back to what I was saying earlier, though, like, to those crying that, oh, Nintendo's shutting down the eShop, like I said, you've had close to a decade to buy these games, to buy whatever you wanted out of them, and complaining about it now is, I don't know. I mean,
It's moot. It's a moot
it's really moot. It really is. The last major 3DS game came out in 2017, which was, I believe, Metroid: Samus Returns.
Actually, it was. I think the last major game that was released was the remake of Luigi's Mansion.
Ah, yes, that. Yes, thank you. So, but the point still stands. It was in 2017, right? It wasn't in 2018?
I believe it was 2017, yes.
Right. So that was back in 2017. It's been 5 years since the last time the 3DS shop, well, the 3DS games got, updated. So, the fact that you're complaining about it now, and the fact that Nintendo said, hey, we're going to shut it down at this specific time, so please buy your stuff at that time, crying about it now is ridiculous. I'm sorry if this upsets people. And, the whole, but Nintendo won't let me pirate their stuff. Well, yeah, but they also gave you a crap ton of time to, get these games. So, if you're upset, then okay, be upset. But it's not like Nintendo is, like, saying...
Shut up, give me your money still.
Yeah, it's like Nintendo isn't doing anything that I see as wrong. I mean, granted, I don't entirely agree with it, and I still do think they should make the games accessible on other areas, but the main reason why they're doing it is so that people stop using their older hardware. It's something that's been going on in the gaming industry ever since new generations of consoles keep getting pumped out. Or hell, even when computers get new updates. Oh, but you can, with computers and new updates, you can always go back and play the older stuff. Sure, but not on consoles, which is a completely different story. And Nintendo is a console company, not a PC company. So, I'm sorry if this offends anyone or upsets them, or if you have a negative opinion of me as a result of this, but get over it.
Right. And we just got introduced to another enemy type. It's not the Baron of Hell, but it is the Hell Knight, and they do get a bit of a nice little makeover in 2016, and more of a purpose instead of just a reskin. Oh, well, fuck me, I didn't mean to come down here.
Now, my question is, the Hell Knight, and I'm sorry to continue to play devil's advocate here, but wasn't the original design for the Hell Knight that we saw in Doom 2016 from Doom 3?
It was in Doom 3, but Doom 3 was those were still considered, I think, the Barons of Hell at that point.
Ah, okay. All right. So they just used the design for the Barons of Hell in that game for the Hell Knights in 2016.
Yep. And I think it works for the better. I do like that design for the Hell Knights because at least it's not a reskin color.
No, that's true.
Things just need to be backwards compatible within reason. Yes, 100% agreed.
Yeah, within is the key word there. And Nintendo Nintendo is actually trying their best with that. They've brought back NES games as long as you can pay for an online subscription, which, by the way, is probably the cheapest online subscription you'll find from a video game console company. I don't know how much Xbox Live costs, or PlayStation Network, but $50 a year is minor in comparison to how much you would have to pay on either of those consoles.
On the Game Pass, I can confirm that it is at least, I think at most $15 a month, and you have access to whatever games are offered to you via the Game Pass.
Right.
Which also includes, online interaction and stuff like that. But the company that is guilty of charging its online capability through the roof is, I still think, Sony. Sorry, Sony.
Oh, yeah.
Love you.
Absolutely. Sony's the worst. Sony's the worst when it comes to that.
I'm trying to get over there so I can get some... There we go. Hopefully I can get some help from here because... Well, I guess I'm not getting any help from here, aren't I? Well, fuck me.
And I'm also going to say this now before anyone else does. Yes, I am a biased Nintendo fanboy. However, am I saying anything that's incorrect?
Alright, welcome to the Crusher. You'll see why it's called the Crusher.
Ooh. I wish you would crush me.
Alright, but we do have to be careful here because not only are shotgun guys thrown out about in this section, but we get introduced to another new enemy type, the Revenant. And these guys, when they're close to you, they like to punch you. When they're far away, they like to shoot their homing rockets at you. So they are no different. Yes. They are no different from, Doom 3 or Doom 2016 for that matter. Except,
or Doom Eternal.
Or Doom Eternal. But 2016 and Eternal, the only difference is that they use their jetpacks. Alright, so we're going to remain here for a minute because there is a secret column that we can activate so that we can get a full health thing. If I can just find it. Because I'm not going down there just yet. Oh, and also, comes with the territory for it being a new game and all, but this game does sport a new soundtrack. And, so it's a hit and miss for some. It's a hit or miss for some, but I do like some of the tracks that are introduced in this game. I believe one of them is called Into Sandy's City, I believe is what it's called. And it's a song that plays in a level called The Pit.
Mm-hmm.
And another one is the song that plays in the second level. Why am I having such a hard time finding this thing? Oh, there it is. Boom. We get introduced to a new power-up, the Mega Sphere. Like I said, not only does it increase your health and your armor, that's what it does. It just increase your health and armor by 200%. This item is a godsend if you can seek it out. All right, question for you guys. If you could have a remaster of any game, what game would it be? Oh my lord. I'm still waiting for that remaster of Disgaea 2, god damn it.
A remaster of any video game.
Look, Spider Mastermind up there. But we press this switch. We'll wait over here for a minute. Sorry to interrupt you, but look, that guy is slowly being crushed, and that's why it's called the Crusher. Anyway, go on ahead.
No, I'm still thinking about it. I'm just enjoying the Crusher right now. Shoot, but come on, what game would I want remastered? Well, I mean, my knee-jerk answer is a whole bunch of Fire Emblem games, but the way Nintendo's going right now, they're pretty much remastering every game in the series. They're just doing it very slowly. So I just got to be patient for that. Um, so that's just my knee-jerk reaction. Any game that I would want remastered. Shoot.
You know what? I know technically we already had a remaster of these with the Super Nintendo with Super Mario All-Stars. I probably wouldn't mind seeing another remaster of those games. That's just me, though.
No, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Oh, shoot.
I'm gonna go down.
I don't know. I'm thinking about this because, like, I'm thinking about a game that, because, like, I don't know. I really don't know right now, right at this current moment, what game I would love to see remastered. But, oof, there are just so many games I've played over the years.
That's not what I meant to do. And to answer your question, babe, can you make them into juice? Why does that blood pile scream juice to you?
I mean, it's big enough.
Yeah. So, fun fact, and I don't think I've ever said this during my playthrough of Wolfenstein 3D during the Doom Marathon, but if your health is as low as 5%, and there's no health pickups to be found, you can run over to a puddle of blood, and it'll count as 1% HP.
I have several questions.
Well, go on ahead and ask.
No, I was just quoting JonTron.
I have several questions. Yeah, no, that surprised me as well because I remember going through one of the levels with 4% health. Like, oh god, I need help. I'm running around, and then all of a sudden I hear this, slushing sound. Just out of nowhere. It's like, what the fuck is that? Because I've never heard that sound from Wolfenstein 3D ever before in my life. And so it's like, wait a minute. It's like, there used to be a puddle of blood here. Then I reloaded my save file, went back to it, and sure enough, if you walk over to it, you'll hear that same slushing sound effect, and you'll get 1% health back.
Maybe. Well, that's pretty crazy. But maybe if I look in your server and I look at some of my game reviews, maybe I can find one that I would really want to see remastered, because I have reviewed a lot of games I really love on your server.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt that.
I think the one game I gave the lowest score to was Resident Evil Revelations 2, which, please do never play that game. Revelations 1, awesome game. Play it. Revelations 2, stay far, far away. It is that bad.
Speaking of Resident Evil, the franchise is on sale at this point in time.
Also, speaking about Resident Evil, I actually did play the cloud demo on Switch.
And how was it? Because I was going to do that myself to test it out last night.
Okay. So the annoying thing is that if you're going to play the game, you have to have a stable internet connection. Because it is a cloud version. It's not something that you can download onto your system.
Right.
That's the first thing. The second thing is that the game, how do I describe it? Obviously the graphics aren't as up to par. And maybe it's, I don't know, the game also felt kind of a little laggy, because when I played it on PC, I played it on my brother's super advanced PC, and it was smooth as butter. But here it was a little choppy, and I'm
probably guessing it's because it's cloud version.
Probably. It probably had to do with that. Which, that kind of makes me upset, because if it's like that for all the games, then there's no point in me buying any of them.
Yeah, especially because a lot of people have... that was the most common complaint on owning Kingdom Hearts on this Nintendo Switch. It's cloud version.
So, there you go. I mean, on the one hand, great. It doesn't take up any space in your Switch. On the other hand, good luck playing it.
Yeah.
So
And I
yeah, that's
and I don't see myself picking up a game that's priced at $60 if the internet connectivity is going to be to begin with.
yeah. Like maybe if my internet connection was like exclusively for me,
Oh yeah,
and I
no. If I
had
still have my Spectrum, I would definitely be all about that. But considering I have CenturyLink over here, no thanks.
yeah, not only that, but I'm also sharing my internet connection with 5 other people at this point. And yes, I'm counting my niece as one of those people. And I say that because whenever she's awake and downstairs, the TV is always connected to the internet, so we can play Disney Plus for her.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we're watching a lot of kids shows.
No, my niece loves Mickey and so specifically she loves Minnie Mouse.
Yeah, my niece is the same way. And to make matters even crazier, my sister's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna put everything in Spanish, by the way."
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, like I understand why. It's because the language that's spoken the most in my house is indeed Spanish, and I do occasionally speak it every once in a while. And Jesus Christ, dude, where the hell are all these enemies coming from?
They're coming from that little room right there. They opened up as soon as I picked up the yellow key card.
Oh wow,
Yep.
it's pretty crazy. So, what else was I gonna say? So, yeah, no, the main reason for that is because, and I actually kind of agree with this, is because if we want my niece to learn another language, specifically Spanish, then she's gonna have to hear it a lot. As for English, she's gonna hear that when she goes out in like the world, because like if she's gonna be living here in the States.
Oh yeah,
then,
it's a primary language. You're gonna learn that
yeah.
regardless.
Yeah, you're going to learn that regardless. You're going to go to school, everybody's going to be speaking English, but at home, you got to be speaking Spanish or whatever other language is spoken, so that way you can pick something up. And yeah, I mean, I actively and the sad thing is, when my family moved over here to the States from Venezuela, I actively chose to refuse to speak Spanish, so much so to the point where I forgot most of it.
That was the Crusher. We move on to Dead Simple, and one of the intermissions will pop up. We get a little bit of story this time around with Doom 2. You have entered deeply into the infested starport, but something is wrong. The monsters have brought their own reality with them, and the starport's technology is being subverted by their presence. Ahead, you see an outpost of hell, a fortified zone. If you can get past it, you can penetrate into the haunted heart of the starbase and find the controlling switch which holds Earth's population hostage. Welcome to Dead Simple. We get introduced to 2 new enemy types in this level, and yes, you have to kill them all. It is mandatory to complete this level by killing all the enemies in this level.
What is this, Shadow the Hedgehog?
We get introduced to Mancubus. Mancubuses? I don't know. But they're big, fat, pudgy creatures that holds 2 dual flamethrower rockets. They don't do the same damage as the rockets that the Cyber Demon does when he launches rockets at you, but the damage output on the Monkubus, I guess you can say it's kind of like the damage output of the Gac-Losen when he shoots his fireball at you. But they're shooting 2 at you, so, gotta be careful with that. The second enemy type that we get introduced to is the Arachnotron, which is essentially the baby version of the Spider Mastermind, except it does not shoot chain gun pellets at you. It shoots plasma cells at you.
That obviously does more damage, I would assume.
Yes. Also, I would not recommend picking up the invisibility orb because, well, yeah, it does help the enemies miss you, but you still have a chance of running into the damage output blasts or whatever, but... Alright, but as soon as we take care of this last Monkubus, the walls will lower, and we still have to take care of the Arachnotrons. So, once you think that you are good and ready, well, let's go on ahead and take care of them. Well, I do sometimes wonder what the hell they're saying half the time. Uh-oh, this might be a bad idea.
You're doing all right there.
I'm fine. Okay. All right. I have more health now. It's all fine. It's all dandy. Okay. Yeah, see, like I said, the invisibility. Oh, no! Yep, there's my first death in this game.
Oof. Alright, I'll go on ahead and put up the death counter.
Oh, don't tell me. Did I forget to save here? Yes, I did.
What does that mean?
That means I have to go through the crusher again. Yeah,
Lordy.
so your biggest enemy in this game is yourself, especially if you don't fucking save often. And I died again.
Just like real life, huh? Sometimes your worst enemy is the bastard in the mirror.
That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I have no problem going through this level again. It's whatever. It's my fault. I forgot to save. Whatever. I can deal with the consequences of my actions.
Yeah. So do we all, dude.
Alright, let's see. Well, it's fine. That just means that we get to enjoy seeing the Spider Mastermind being squished again.
Yeah, that's one thing that kind of confused me. Why in Miyamoto's name did they include a Spider Mastermind right in the beginning of one of the levels?
You got me, but to be fair, on TNT Evolution, which is one of the expansion packs from Final Doom, if you play it on Ultra Violence, you get introduced to the Cyber Demon.
Ooh.
On the first level.
That is, that's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
We're just gonna wait here until the Spider Mastermind dies. And he died. Perfect. And I have my plasma gun now. I'm just gonna have to remember to save often every time I exit a level. I do love me some Doom 2 though, because if there are two games that I looked forward to playing every single time I get off school and getting ready for the weekend from school. Two of those games were, in fact, Lemmings and Doom 2, because my dad essentially picked up the full version of Doom 2, and I spent so many hours on Doom 2 alone. To the point to where I kind of forgot the level layout of Doom 1 for a while.
What was my go-to game on the weekends? Oh, now I remember. Basically, insert any game in the Metroid Prime trilogy here. Ugh.
I go to get allergy meds and I miss. Yeah, you certainly did. You certainly did. Because I was a dumbass and forgot to save.
Yeah. Are you still in the Crusher level?
I am still in the Crusher level, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's going to be a bit until I catch up to Dead Simple again, but it shouldn't take me that long. But the Crusher is definitely... But after Dead Simple is your favorite level, Gac.
Tricks and Traps?
Yep, Tricks and Traps. More juice, exactly. More juice. Oof.
If so, then this. Okay.
Go ahead and let's get rid of these guys.
God, I spent so much time in Metroid Primes 1 and 2. So much time.
I remember playing a lot of Metroid Prime on GameCube as well. Between the combination between me and my brother Billy playing through it so many times, It has accrued so many scratches on it that it was rendered unplayable on our GameCube system.
Yeah, the GameCube was not well thought out when it comes to its hardware, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Indeed.
And for what it was, the GameCube was, in my mind, even though it was probably the weakest console Nintendo's ever released in its history, it is still one of the best.
Yeah. I still have my GameCube for a reason.
Mm-hmm. So many legendary games. And if anything, the GameCube still has a presence today, mostly as a machine to run Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Yep, and I still have my copy of Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Yep, the competitive scene of Smash was able to keep at least the legacy of the GameCube alive, despite how much I may have complained in the past about Melee elitism. But once the release of Smash 4 came out, and then Ultimate, that elitism started to slowly die out. And it still slowly is dying out, but oh well.
But whenever you think tournaments, Super Smash Bros. Melee is still definitely up there, even to this day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I remember the first tournament that I ever participated in was back in 2011 when I went to my first anime convention. A lot of people were jealous of my Mario on both Melee and Brawl. And what's funny is that when I was going against a group of people on Brawl specifically, I lost track because first off, I'm not used to going against 4 people at once. I was so used to just going 1v1, but despite that and losing a life over it, I still happen to have won that round specifically. It's just
wow.
like, you know what? That's pretty impressive considering your dumbass fell on your first stock.
Hey man, self-destructs happen often, but a lot of times people do it unintentionally and then they're like, oh, alright, yeah, that was pretty stupid. Oh well, I'm gonna win anyway.
4v1 sounds like a fun time. Sure, if you're a masochist.
Or it's 4 versions of you and it's just me. Wait, what?
Alright, we just got done with the Crusher. Let me go ahead and pick up some ammunition. Ooh, there's a secret down here? I never knew about this. Oh, it just leads to the intro to level anyway. Cool. Alright. Let's get back to Dead Simple. And let's save this time.
That would be a very good idea, yes.
Let's not load a file, let's save a file. Wait, 4 Garys is an option?
Only in my dreams, Max. Only in my dreams.
Alrighty, so... you can easily dispatch them mancubuses with your rocket launcher. I was just too hooked on my super shotgun to even fucking care. But I also neglected the switches that are strewn throughout this arena, which happens to help you pull down these 4 platforms. One, one that holds a rocket launcher, a plasma gun, chain gun, but most importantly, the Megasphere, which is something that I'm going to be picking up if I'm not doing too hot against the Arachnotrons here. Okay, let me bring out my plasma gun. There's a reason why God gave me such a weapon. It's not for its annoying sound effect when you fire the damn thing.
Oh lord, if we're talking about weapons that sound weird when you fire them, can we talk about the Bane from Borderlands 2?
Yes, we can.
Oh god. I remember when I first did that quest, I'm like, what the hell is cursed about this gun? And then it's like, oh.
As soon as you fire it,
No, it's even worse than that though, because it's not just the fact that it makes those noises. It also completely like restricts your movement. It makes you move at like 1/10 of your speed, even if you're sprinting. So, you know that. I remember when my brother and I went through the quest and I had already done it. And he's like, wait, so what's going on with this weapon? What's wrong with it? I didn't want to spoil it for him, so I just told him, it's cursed.
It's cursed.
It's cursed. And then, you know, he got it and then he couldn't stop laughing.
That was dead simple. We now enter tricks and traps. Alright, so before us, we have a lot of fucking doors to go through. 2 of them are coded. This red door is our exit. And, yeah, we also get introduced to a new enemy type in this level as well, called the Pain Elementals. And Pain Elementals, well, you remember the Lost Souls?
Yes.
Those things produce Lost Souls.
Oh, Miyamoto Almighty.
Oh,
Pain Elemental. Go ahead.
We'll worry about this room later. But, go on ahead.
What did Pain Elementals do in Doom Eternal? I don't think they spawned Lost Souls.
They've never... No, I don't think they spawn Lost Souls. Thank God.
No, but they still did something that was really annoying.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly, but...
Let me look that up, actually. I'm quite curious. Pain Elemental Doom Eternal. Okay.
What they do.
Okay, the Pain Elemental is one of the 6 playable... Oh, God. Well, okay, no, this is the multiplayer. I'm talking... Let's look at the actual thing. Okay. Alright, let's see here. In-game description, appearance, combat analysis. Alright, reading up from the wiki. The Pain Elemental possesses an incredible amount of health, able to take significant punishment before going down. Similarly to its original description... Oh, okay, so it does produce Lost Souls. However, unlike in Doom 2, the Pain Elemental will hurl these Lost Souls at the player, dealing an alarmingly high amount of damage. The Pain Elemental can also release several Lost Souls at once, launching them at the Slayer over time, while they serve as a barrier to protect the Pain Elemental itself. Oh, God.
Wow, then. Oh, hey, Gac, isn't this the room? Isn't this the room that you don't like in Tricks and Traps?
No, the one room I hate is the one where it's like, hey, here's an invincibility thing and a crap ton of cyber demons.
Oh, you mean the Barons of Hell? Because there's only one cyber demon in that room.
Oh, okay, they were Barons of Hell. Still, point still stands.
Yeah, no, I get ya.
No, a bunch of poopy demons is fine, especially if you can pop in and out between the door. That's not an issue. It's the Barons of Hell that are a problem, because poopy demons, yes, they hurt, but they're slow and predictable. Barons of Hell, on the other hand, are much stronger. And because they don't float, they can actually block your move.
Speaking of, let's go ahead and visit the Cyber Demon Baron of Hell.
Oh, God.
Now, we're not going to do anything. We'll watch them attack each other. It's fine.
Wait, they do that?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that if I did nothing and just watched them kill each other, it would have been a lot easier?
It would have been a lot easier, yes.
Well, now I just feel silly.
Of course, you still gotta be careful with the... Oh, wow! That's never happened, but those Barons of Hell aren't gonna hurt me, because their main concern is a cyber demon right now. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Looks like we're going to be dealing with the cyber demon today. Oh, boy.
Oh, lordy.
That's okay. At least there is an achievement on... Oh, fuck me. I have to press this. There we go. Hi, buddy. And he's dead. There you go. That's one less thing to worry about. But before we go through there, I would like to go through here. Because we will be getting our BFG here. And that will be helpful in the upcoming room when we pick up our red skull key. Technically, I could have picked this up before we got into the room with the Barons of Hell and Cyber Demon, but I kind of spaced it out. Oops. That's, you know, it's whatever. Look at all these pinkies. That's a lot of pinkies. By the way, the other night, you want to know what I watched on
What
DVD?
did you watch?
I watched that Doom movie with The Rock.
Oh, no.
I wanted to see how it stood up, and it didn't.
That movie literally has one good scene.
Yeah, I know, but, you know, I was bored. I popped it in. I was like, oh, this movie isn't as bad as I... And then it's... Okay, yeah, it is.
If only they did the entire movie like Hardcore Henry, then maybe. Did you ever see that movie, Hardcore Henry?
I don't think I have, no.
Okay, well, Hardcore Henry was basically a movie that it had a lot of advertisement to it, and it was advertised as like they said, oh, it's like watching Call of Duty, and I'm like, it's not like watching Call of Duty at all, because the entire movie was shot in first person, and you're playing as this guy who's like this action hero, Hardcore Henry, and yeah, it basically has the plot of a video game, and it looks like a video game in a lot of regards, because it has that first person view and it is a shooting movie, but it was just god-awful.
Who wants to watch Call of Duty? I don't know about Call of Duty, but Call of Duty, no. Yeah, I remember my friends trying to get me hardcore into Call of Duty, and I'm just like, nah, I'll stick to my Doom game. Thanks.
Well, that's because COD as a series is a completely different type of shooter than Doom is, because Doom is just get in there and fight, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Whereas Call of Duty puts you in situations where you have to think a little bit more tactically. It puts you in more quote-unquote realistic situations. And it uses a lot of military jargon, which, you know, I did learn a lot of it through that, and also by being on a paintball team for a while. That was a thing that happened in my life. Yes, I can talk about it. It's not something that I bring up a lot, but yeah, I was once a part of a paintball team.
Interesting.
And we played military simulation. And the person who was the team captain, or the 5-star general, as he called himself, he was kind of full of himself. Absolutely hated the fact that when I talked about my preferred weapon style, I did not go for the M4. Instead, I wanted an AK-47. And he did not like that.
Oh, gee,
for some reason. Well, it's for a lot of different reasons.
Right.
But the main thing was that this guy was very much, you know, I love America type deal, and the AK-47 is obviously a Russian weapon, so yeah.
And this is where you can get your next BFD weapon if you didn't pick one up.
Which reminds me of my favorite joke that I have to say about Russia. Do you want to hear this?
Go for it.
It's not a bad joke, I promise. Why were the Soviets the only people who could catch up to the United States in the nuclear arms race? Because they were Russian.
Oh man, I learned of a joke from Final Fantasy XIV Online that had something to do with Russian. Oh my lord. It
Oh
was
God.
great. It was great. But
Hopefully,
I wish I snapshotted it. At
is it safe to
least
say on stream?
it was safe to say on stream. It was basically referencing rah rah Rasputin, Russian.
Oh, the song.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
song. Yeah, it was referencing the song.
Rah, rah, Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen. It
Yep.
was a shame how he carried on. Yeah, I know that song.
Okay, so the fun fact here, if there's a lot of enemies on the map, on the level itself, you won't have to worry about the pain elemental so much. Now hear me out. Hear me out. The reason why you don't have to worry about the pain elementals at that point is because they can't spawn lost souls. If there's so many enemies on the map, the game has a limit to how many enemies are on each map, right?
Thy flesh consume called.
Yeah. well, well. Anyway, but anyway, that means if the map reaches that limit of occupation of enemies, that means the pain elementals aren't allowed to spawn lost souls, or are lost souls allowed to be spawned after killing a pain elemental? Because lost souls can be spawned after you destroy a pain element. So that's something to be mindful of.
Good to know.
If you ever decide to go through this game.
Yeah, I might. Now that I know that I can clear tricks and traps just by being a patient guy instead of, thinking, alright, I'm gonna do this, and then I just get wrecked.
It happens. Oh, hey, look, another pain elemental. That and you know what? You have the option to go through this on ultra violence or higher, but you're not going to prove anything otherwise. There's no shame in playing it on normal difficulty. I just like to play through ultra violence because I like to personally. I like the challenge.
And you have a lot of experience with this game, so that.
But a lot of doomers, as I would like to call them, is that whenever they see someone play a Doom game, they're like, "You're playing this on ultra violence, right?"
I mean, I don't know, man. Some people are like that. Some people are like just so elitist and they're gatekeeping and they just, I don't know.
Doomer boomers.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's so great.
That's pretty much it. What else was I gonna say? No, like I got no issue playing on lower difficulties. In fact, that actually reminds me of the time when I went through a few games from Software, aka the people who made the Dark Souls series of games, just to prove to myself that I could do it. And I did it. I went through Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Demon Souls. I did some of Bloodborne, but I decided, okay, no, I can't do this. This one part is just absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, Bloodborne it's a game that deserves all the praise that it gets, but it is not a game that I would ever want to play again. And then I started playing through Dark Souls 3, and then I'm like, wait a second, why am I even doing this anymore? I'm not doing this for fun. So needless to say, that's where it stopped, and I haven't picked up Elden Ring. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because back when the Souls games first came out, the whole thing was like, oh, games are too easy these days, and the Souls games are our only hope. And I'm just thinking to myself, the whole point of video games is to be fun. It's like, if they're easy, then, that's just there to make it accessible. If you want to play through a hard
game, go live in Japan. No, I'm kidding.
About that,
yeah, no,
I have lived in Japan.
It's funny because there is one game I would like to point out that actually has harder difficulties hidden behind a cheat code.
Yeah, which game is that?
It's called Tyrion, which was a top-down space shooter, a vertical space shooter, right? And if you input a cheat code, you get it lists down at you get easy, normal, hard. But then once you input I think once you beat the game, you unlock very hard. But if you input a cheat code, you'll get a mode called suicide mode. Right?
Oh, wow.
And then if you type in another cheat code, you'll unlock another difficulty called Lord of Game.
That's pretty crazy.
No, and it's funny because person I'm watching was, I'm referencing is from Ross's Game Dungeon. He actually made a joke saying, "You won't be surprised if there is a difficulty called you suck at this game, uninstall it and go to hell."
That's a bit mean, I feel.
You know.
Some people are like that, but, I guess
we are going to exit the pit, which, I did state that did have the best soundtrack, so I'm probably just going to chill here for a minute and let the track play for a little bit. This is one of my favorite tracks that plays in this game. And again, I'm a very easy man to please. You give me a MIDI bass sound font, and I'll be the happiest guy around. Anyway, let's exit this level.
All right.
And get introduced to a new, the next level, Refueling Bass, which has my all-time favorite track that plays. The Demon is Dead. I love this track. Is it repetitive? Yes. I still like it. Anyway, as you were going to say.
Right. So what I was going to say earlier was I think I finally figured out which game I would like to see remastered.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and it's actually a game I reviewed recently on your channel. It's Gauntlet Dark Legacy.
Gauntlet Dark Legacy.
Yeah. It's a dungeon crawler beat 'em up type game, and it's a lot of fun. It's a very repetitive game, but man, is it fun! I don't know. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed going through it.
What's great is that I remember back when I used to play Doom 3 on the normal because, I didn't have any other Doom game to go through at that point. The wonderful world of modification was a thing. And as much as I did love the intro song that played in Doom 3 whenever you load it up from the main menu or whatever, there was a modification that actually specifically played this song. Specifically, this song on startup when you boot up Doom 3. That's how much I like this song.
Well, we all have our classic tunes that we like.
Mm-hmm. Especially this part right here. Hold on, I love this. I love this part of the song. It's so good. If I were to choose a theme song, this would be my favorite song. But anyway, what were you gonna say?
No, I'm just curious. Like, I wonder if the Demon's Dead. This particular song that's playing now, if it drew inspiration from other classic rock titles.
You know what? Let's do a quick search.
I mean, I was doing it while you were playing. If you want me to do it.
Oh yeah, go on ahead. Then by all
Yeah.
means.
You keep playing, and I'll figure it out.
Alrighty.
Yeah, The Demon is Dead is based on what song? Musical inspirations behind Doom. Okay, here we go. Alright. This is not the official Doom wiki, but okay. Let's see here. Hopefully this will find it, though. Okay. Okay.
But if I do recall, I think it is based off of a course from a Metallica song, if not Black Sabbath.
It's Black Sabbath.
There you go.
Yeah, it's from the song After All the Dead. So there we go.
It's good.
There you go. How the hell?
That's a lot of arachnotrons I hear. Oh shit! Oh shit! Not an arachnotron, but a revenant is here. Oh god. Oh god. This is fine. So oh, okay. Nope. Oh, believe it or not, there is a section where there is a cyber demon.
I believe it.
Yeah, cyber demons are now going to be more common than you wish they weren't. That's throughout this game now.
Mm-hmm.
I need full health restored. That would be great. I'll pick up this yellow card. That has a lot of robotic legs going. Fun. Hey, there's a berserk pack. Let's see. Nothing else for me to pick up, so let's go on ahead and greet the cyber demon man. Do so by going here, and let's save. Because he's just patiently waiting for us. Look at this guy.
Oof.
Look at that ass.
The only ass I want to see is yours, Blue.
Oh, and I don't fuck! I don't think I've mentioned it here, but there is an interesting mod for Doom 2 specifically called H-Doom.
I'm sorry, I can't think of that without immediately laughing.
And you want to know what H-Doom is specifically?
I'm laughing because I know you can tell the audience though.
Well, H-Doom, for you horny fuckers out there, you can download a mod called H-Doom, and essentially it is a modification that replaces all the demons, well, not all the demons, but most of the demons, and make them into females, right? You can kill them still, but you have an option to fuck them. Fuck the ever-living shit out of those fucking demons. Instead of ripping and tearing, you're fucking and tearing them up.
From glory kills to glory holes.
Pretty much.
I'm sorry, but I just love perverted humor. That is, if you want to get me laugh, all you have to do is crack a dirty joke.
Alright, let's see if because I did take a nasty blast from the Cyber Demon in that room before I picked up that invulnerability orb. Yeah. Alright, let's see. I guess I have to go out here because... Thank God there are still health packs out there, assuming I can survive this onslaught, which, you know, I'll be able to. Not a problem. Oh, look, see? I was generous enough to leave myself an armor pack. Alright, so I did pick up a yellow key card, so, Oh, Jesus H!
You're right there.
Yo, I'm fine. There's a lot of robotic noises in here that I don't fucking like. You guys need to you kids need to chill out.
I wonder how accurate that is. Like, how young are these demons?
You know what? I have no idea.
Because, I mean, the what's it called? The freaking lost souls are just ejaculations from the fucking pain elementals. You know, try not to read too heavily into that. But everything else, it's like, how old are these freaking demons?
I have no idea. Well, I hear demons. Hi. Also another BFG drop. Yeah, they give you so many chances of picking up the BFG in this game. Alright, so we have the blue key card, which means we can get the fuck out of here. Let's go ahead and do that. Get the fuck out of here. Circle of Death. Hey, look, it's the first level that the demo shows off in the game.
Oh, right. Right. Speaking of the demo for Resident Evil Village, you know, on the Switch, it puts you in the prison part of the castle, and you can play for like, I think it's like 5 minutes before the game just boots you out of it.
Ah.
Yeah. It doesn't. It's not like a level or anything. It's not like it ends at the prison. It's like you get 5 minutes, you're done, and then if you want to play again, you have to start from the beginning.
Right. Though it was interesting how on Resident Evil 2 Remake they had a one. I don't think it was a one-shot demo. Was it a one-shot demo of going through it within 30 minutes? How far you can get within 30 minutes?
Which game was this again? I'm sorry?
Resident Evil 2 Remake?
I did not play the demo for the Resident Evil 2 remake.
I believe it was called One Shot Demo. And you were able to play 30 minutes of it.
Well, I don't remember that, but okay, I believe you.
Actually, I think it's on my Steam list. Let me double check.
Okay, excellent. Let's see here.
Just so I can confirm.
Also, for context, for those listening in and you're wondering why I'm saying random words every now and then, I actually am, alongside doing this commentary with Blue, I am doing some work. I am trying my best to multitask right now. So, yes, but I am putting most of my attention towards talking to Blue and making the commentary as interesting as possible.
Yep. Okay, so there is a demo called One Shot Demo, and you can play 30 minutes of it. So it makes you wonder how far with my speedrunning tactics, I wonder how far could I get in that game within 30 minutes.
Well, I don't know. I'd have to look at some of your speedrunning things, because, like, what was your best time? Like a minute, hour and 10?
My best time is an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay, so that's an hour 15 minutes is 75 minutes. So you get a little under halfway through the game.
Yes.
Which I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that would be around the clock puzzle, somewhere within that shooting range.
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet. Also, we get introduced to a new enemy type in Circle of Death. Oh, we'll be seeing him shortly. I'm not looking forward to it, but we'll be seeing him shortly. Hello, alpacas!
Alpacas! Been a while.
How you doing, alpacas? Alrighty, so we took care of the arachnotrons in this area.
I've been meaning to actually talk to you, alpacas. I imagine you're pretty thrilled right now. Because Pikmin 4 got announced.
Alright. You want to take a wild guess of what enemy type that we'll be bumping into right now?
I got no idea, man. I'm stuck there.
I'll give you a hint. It's Id's favorite. I didn't do it, I swear.
Okay, enemy, not boss, right?
Enemy.
Okay.
Id's all-time favorite. A lot of people were complaining about this enemy type, and they were hoping they wouldn't add it in any other game, but Id said, fuck it.
Oh, shoot. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Crap, it's on the tip of my tongue. I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember the exact name of the enemy, if that makes sense.
Hey, buddy, how are you doing? It's the Archvile. Say hello to the Archvile.
Oh, there you go. That's what it was, the Archvile.
He is yellow. He is a pyromaniac. He also resurrects demons.
God. And what makes him even worse is that in Doom Eternal, he makes them super, super strong.
Mm-hmm. The Archvile was essentially what? What were the name of those enemies from 2016 again? It wasn't the Enchantress, but...
Oh, the Summoners.
The Summoners, yeah, there you go. They were like... The Archviles are essentially the Summoners, just 10 times worse. 10 times worse to the point to where you better kill him before you take care of anyone else. I'm so happy about this statue that's behind me right now. It is the Archvile statue from Doom Eternal. Where the hell is that? There you are. I don't need him lurking about. Well, it's been a while since I saved. I should probably save.
Where was I here?
Alright, so now I should be able to get to the red key card here. And up there. So now we gotta go down there.
Wait, is that seriously it? How many pages? Oh god, no.
Too many pages.
Actually, that's exactly right.
Okay, we're gonna pick up this invulnerability orb so I can just quickly speedrun through here. Take care of this revenant. Activate this switch. Do I have enough? Yes, I do have enough rounds on my BFD. Take care of these guys. Can. Fucked. Nerd. Alrighty. Okay, so the Cockle Demons or Pain Elementals should not be coming down here. If they do, I will be scared shitless. Once we have that switch, we can go on ahead and exit. The factory! And another intermission title card. Oh, we're getting quite through a bit of levels for this first session of Doom 2. But to be fair, there are 32 levels here. Alright, so you have won. Your victory has enabled humankind to evacuate Earth and escape the nightmare. Now you are the only human left on the face of the planet. Cannibal mutations, carnivorous aliens, and evil spirits are your only neighbors. You sit back and wait for death, content that you have saved your species. But then, Earth control beams down a message from space. Sensors have located the source of the alien invasion. If you go there, you may be able to block their entry. The alien base is in the heart of your own home city, not far from the starport. Slowly and painfully, you get up and return to the fray. That is some hardcore writing for Doom.
I mean, it's enough to... It does the job.
Yeah, it certainly does. And we get introduced to what I think a handful of levels I'm not looking forward to in this entire game are the Earth levels. Ugh. Nope, no, it's okay. Allow me. You kids need to calm down. Or to quote Ross Scott on Doom Guy's Mind, "Happy birthday to me! Eat your cake!" I said eat your cake! It's bullet cake!
Oh, lordy.
Let's save right here because the imps are at least of our level. It's the Arachnotrons we gotta worry about. And yeah, they're sprinkled throughout this outside area of this level. Fancy footwork I'm doing.
I'd say so.
Now
Wait, hang on.
What's up?
Go on.
No, go on ahead.
All right. Are we getting close to that one level where I kept telling you to go back out there?
You know what? I'm not entirely sure.
Because that was I remember when you were playing this game a few years ago, and
Marathon, yes,
yeah, and there was this one level where it's like the outside is just like this big square area, but there's like a crap ton of enemies everywhere, and I kept telling you to go play outside.
Go play outside. Oh, okay. You know what? I don't think this is. Oh wow! How the hell did I get hit right there? I don't think this is that level.
No, but how close are we to that level?
I have no idea. I'm assuming we'll recognize it as soon as we get there?
That's fair.
Because I can't remember it off the top of my head. Plus, it's been a few years.
Yeah, that's fair. For context, I did make a joke that I want to repeat when we do get to that level. However, Ryan, aka Drazar of Imaginatius, or Drazar of Imaginatius, I never learned how to pronounce that, also came in and made a joke that made you laugh. I don't remember exactly what he said, but yeah.
The only thing that made me laugh whenever he tunes is he always give a shout out to Barack Obama, which was a running gag with him for this stream channel in particular. He's like, "Oh, I got you," and he just gives a shout out to Barack Obama.
Oh,
But another thing that made me laugh was when when I was doing some sound testing or whatever, trying to get the volumes working or whatever, and I do have this clip to this day, but oh fuck, I don't want to.
that's another death.
That is another death. And that's why I don't really look forward to these levels. Anyway, so I believe I was going through the master levels of Doom 2. And I was adjusting the volumes. And he says, test out your minigun while in mid-convo. And I was like, okay. So I start firing my chain gun saying, "This is America, y'all!"
Oh, God.
I still have that clip to this day. And I think it's called American Sound Testing.
Pretty that I can't think of a better name for that clip.
I do want to say that at this time, you can pick up any of these Doom games that's on sale right now. That is on Steam, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, I'm sure, and also Nintendo Switch. You can also pick up Quake at cheap prices, which is a game I've recently completed on this channel. I'm going to need that so I can get fucked, losers.
Oh, right, about that. So, I don't think I've told you this yet, and I actually wanted to tell you this without typing it out.
What's up?
The other night I had the strangest dream about Resident Evil 4.
You know what? It's funny because Max has dreams about me streaming Resident Evil 2 remake.
That does not surprise me, considering how long you were playing that game and for how many practice sessions you had.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I had the strangest dream where it was like, okay, so Leon walks into this room and he can pick this upgrade, right? Mm-hmm. And then this upgrade comes with a detriment. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? This is not something I would ever expect from Resident Evil.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like, wait, when did Resident Evil 4 become a roguelike?
Well, speaking of, if you guys haven't caught the Resident Evil showcase as of recent, they are to us expecting Resident Evil 4 remake. They are going to be releasing updates until towards the release date. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, about that. There's so many leaks going around. It's crazy. I mean, I'm taking have you heard of some of these leaks?
I haven't. I've pretty much tried to stay away from it because I kind of want to keep that as a surprise to myself whenever I get, because obviously when Resident Evil 4 remake comes out, I am going to be streaming that.
Right. I'm not denying that. It's just that I've been hearing some really crazy things about leaks. I take absolutely none of them seriously because, it's like, you can tell me whatever you want about the game, but until it comes out, that's when I have to judge by because, rumors are just rumors.
Mm-hmm.
So, that, but it still is pretty interesting to hear. And the main reason why I'm paying attention to these leaks is because, I got over my history with Resident Evil 4 recently. Oh yeah, I should say that. I actually did say that when we were recording this for YouTube, but I didn't say it here. Um, I actually got over the fact that I've played through Resident Evil 4 as many times as I have. So yeah, it doesn't bother me anymore. I mean, I'll still talk about it, and I'll still feel kind of a little embarrassed about it, but it's no longer this giant shame. Now it's just like, yeah, that happened. So, yeah.
There was, believe it or not, there was the longest time that my friends who were into Call of Duty at that point would try to get me. It's like, why would you want to keep playing this old Doom game? It's like, why don't you play Call of Duty? It's like, but it's just like, you know, it was never enough to just make me drop and stop playing Doom altogether.
No, absolutely not. But still, like the whole point. But the thing is that you know the reason why I'm mentioning this is because I really don't want to play the Resident Evil 4 remake if it's just too. How do I describe it? If it's too gimmicky. That's the best way I can describe it. Because, like, Resident Evil 2 remake, in my opinion, was perfect. It wasn't gimmicky. It had Resident Evil 4 style controls, the over-the-shoulder perspective. Great. That was awesome. Awesome game. But Resident Evil 3 introduced a lot of different gimmicks, and it just really, it really made the main two characters of the game, Jill and Nemesis, feel more like wacky cartoon characters than anything else. And if we're talking wacky cartoons, there is no game in the entire Resident Evil series that is more cheesy than Resident Evil 4, and I will die violently on that hill.
Yeah.
Alright, and part of that is because originally, one of the very first versions of Resident Evil 4 actually ended up becoming Devil May Cry. So, yeah, and Devil May Cry is a game that is known for its cheesiness, and not just for the pizza. So, there you go. Speaking of which, I would love some pizza right now.
Well, I just had some spaghetti before we started stream, so...
Yeah, some fried chicken and noodles, but I would love some pizza or some barbecue or... I don't know. I haven't been eating all that well recently. Last night I was very hangry, and I took it out on the soundtrack of Grand Theft Auto, of all things. Yeah, you were there.
I wonder why. Alright, well, I missed out on the cell pack drop. Oh wow, that's fine. However, I did space out that supercharge drop for a reason, because I knew I was going to lose that much health to begin with. I was going to end up picking up after I was done doing some cleanup. There we go. Alrighty, so now we can get out of here and exit out of this level. Alright, we can go through here. Oh boy. Alright, this room I like to call the caca room because, well...
Crap ton of poopy demons?
Yeah. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, lordy.
There's 3 in the center of this room, but there's also 1 in each elevator in this room, and and throughout this particular room, there are switches that you need to pull down. I think there's a total of 6 that you need to activate to reveal the exit in this level. Problem with that is, some of the switches, well, they're guarded by these Kako demons. And I knew it was a good idea to hold off on picking up that supercharge until now, because, oh boy. I love super shotgun.
It is a wonderful, wonderful weapon.
Did Halo have a super shotgun? I'm kidding. I'm not going to go down it now.
No, Halo does not have a super shotgun.
No, it did not have a super shotgun, but you can dual wield weapons in Halo 2. Which
you can,
man,
but not
man,
dual wield shotguns.
No, man, Max could tell you the impression I had when I found out that you can dual wield weapons in Halo 2.
Yeah, about that. I have no idea why, they didn't bring that back for other games in the series.
Well, they did bring it back in 3, according to Max.
Oh. Oh, there we go.
But, no, what's funny is that when I found out that you could dual wield weapons, I was like, oh, I was in heaven. I was just like, you know what? It's like, it got to the point where I was talking, basically towards the game saying, you know what? Stay on your side of the line. Your side consists of nothing but pain and misery, where mine only consists with hope, love, and submachine guns. 2 of them, actually.
Oh my goodness gracious.
That was pretty much my direct reaction with dual-wielding weapons in Halo 2. Which, by the way, we are still planning on continuing on going through Halo 2. It's just that I need to find the time to do so. Probably my next days off, perhaps? Yeah, because I'm ever slowly but surely going through the Halo franchise. I've never played through Halo in any of it. The only Halo game I've completed up to this point is the first Halo game.
I still haven't even beaten that one. But then again, I've never really owned an Xbox.
Well, you can pick it up on Steam. It is on Steam, the Master Chief Collection. Which is on sale, by the way. The Master Chief Collection is on sale.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to.
You gotta be in the right mood for Halo.
Yeah, that. But I don't have a lot of nostalgia when it comes to Halo. So
yeah, that's fair too.
Yeah, because like I said, I grew up playing nothing but Nintendo games. So it's like, I don't know. It's like if I were to tell Max, "Hey, go play Metroid Prime." I'm sorry if I'm assuming incorrectly, Max, but I don't think Max has experience playing Metroid Prime.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Playing Halo is a requirement of being my partner, according to Max. But they also said they are most definitely kidding.
You know what? I would not be surprised.
If you want to be my partner, you gotta play Halo with me.
Sit down and grab that gun and kill with me. Oh. Tell me what you want, what you really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really want. I
really want to play Halo with you. Dear God. I knew we were going to duet, but this is not the song I wanted.
Oh shit! Ah! Okay. Apparently playtime is over for these fuckers.
Oh Lord, someone better clip that.
If it's not clipped, I will highlight it for sure. Oh man, one of the things I got clipped during my Doom Marathon for Extra Life charity was me being delirious while going through Doom 3 when I was killing an enemy saying, when I start coming and I can't stop coming and I can't stop coming and I can't stop coming.
Oh dear Lord.
Oh man. Apparently Delirious Me is very hilarious. Back when they had me help out Walmart's store in Taos, New Mexico. They had us shifting, working from the evening shifts towards the morning shifts. And there was actually one day where it's just like, okay, once you get off at 6 in the morning, we have to come back directly during that evening at 9 in the evening, right? Right. Mm-hmm. And, well, I was very delirious that night, and apparently, before first break, I was so delirious, I made no sense towards the people that went with us to the store in Taos, New Mexico. And in fact, I think I crashed and burned throughout most of my shifts that night.
Oh, no.
No, it's okay. The assistant manager was just like, you know what? It's fine. It's understandable. they were pretty lenient that night.
I would hope so, because geez, dude, you sound like you went through the ringer.
Yeah, no, it was pretty bad over there. They were behind in stock and everything, and especially when COVID hit. Yeah, that was basically around the time when COVID first hit, and yeah, no, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, dude, you were working at Walmart during COVID. That must have been...
Oh, yeah, it was terrible. It still is terrible, but yeah, it's terrible.
Well, I imagine there were less customers coming into the store. Like, because I remember when the pandemic was at its absolute worst and nobody was vaccinated, I spent pretty much, like, I only ever went out, like, being super, super careful about everything, because, you know, at the time... well, still even now, I'm living with a family member who's at high risk for COVID. In fact, so much so to the point where he got his vaccination earlier than the rest of us. Mm. So, you know, like, I did go out and I still did shopping and whatnot, but I made sure to have, like so many precautions. I was wearing masks. At one point, I was even wearing gloves. Well, once they were told, listen, this is really stupid, like, you're just wasting gloves at that point.
Yeah, no, and people, unfortunately, are still pretty about the gloves and masks. Like, there are still some people that still wear gloves and masks, you know, despite... I mean, there's some people, like my mother, for instance, that can't take the shots because of the side effects that they have. And my mom would literally... And I'm not kidding when I say that. She would literally break out to the point to where she may either be hospitalized or be dead.
Jesus.
Yeah. Like whatever stuff that they have in the COVID shots, it would break her out worse than she already has for as long as she's, you know, been breaking out for. I don't know what words I was trying to choose there, but hey, those are the words I chose.
It's basically like the side effects.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's yeah, sometimes the side effects can be pretty brutal. As for me though, the side effects were relatively mild. I mean, yeah, I did feel some pain when after the few days. Sorry?
That's another death?
That's another death? Alright, I'll go on ahead and put it in there. Yeah, I remember feeling I remember feeling pain a few days after I got vaccinated for the second time, I think it was. Or the first time? I don't know. It was one or the other. I remember one being a lot milder than the other. My arm did hurt in a specific spot for a few days, but that was it. That was the worst of it. And then I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, both of my shots, I only dealt with arm pain, and especially with the booster shot, all I dealt with was arm pain, so... Mm-hmm. That was the only side effect I dealt with all my 3 shots. And funnily enough, I didn't get my booster until I think, I think it's been a good month back, looking back. But, basically, I was taking care of the pharmacy trash, and, the pharmacists over there were like, "You want to take your booster shot?" Yeah, I was like, "Fuck it, I'm already here, may as well." Thankfully, I did not get sick taking that booster shot.
That's good.
Yeah. I need health. Do you not see how much health I have? This is gonna be
like this.
Well, fuck.
Let me add this here.
COVID itself is so much worse. Side effects. Yeah, agreed 100%.
Without a doubt. And I consider myself very fortunate that, I never caught COVID and that no one in my family caught COVID. Well, actually, that's not true. My niece did get COVID, and so did my father, who is the person in question. But fortunately, my niece is a baby, so her body was able to fight it off really easily. And my father was already vaccinated at that point, and he's long since gotten over it.
Alright, let's go ahead and pick that up. Hopefully there's some med kits up here. Yes, there is. Thank Christ.
All we need to do now is say the process here. Okay. Oh, good. I'm almost done with this article. This will be my 5th one.
Huzzah! Alright, we're about to get our last key card, then we can get the fuck out of here. I think the next level is called the Gac-Losen Dens, I believe. The enemies may have hit scanners, but guess what? So do I. So fight fire with fire, I say. I need health. Can I have health? That Berserk pack looks mighty wonderful right now. Can I have that? Okay, up here there should be a mega armor. Or not! I could be I could just straight up lie to you guys. Okay, so I gotta wait for this to drop again so I can get the yellow key card.
Okay. Good. We're at the conclusion.
And we are at the conclusion of this level. Gotta open up this yellow door. Hey, look, an Berserk pack. And there we go. Yep, the Inmost Dens is up next. How much time do we have left before we end this?
Okay.
So according to this, we've already been live for 2 hours already. You know what? Well, considering I still did the introduction, let's play it safe and go through this level. This will be our last level of the evening. The Inmost Dens is interesting, but it's also a pain because there's a lot of chain gunners here. There's also another Archvile, there's Revenants. What this level does not have is a GG, and that is unfortunate. Because if a GG was in this level, he'd be nigh near impossible to kill. God. You know,
Poor GG.
I still think though, I should take the time just to make stream session dedicated to modifications. Like, fuck, I should have been asleep an hour. Oh, oops. No, what's funny, I still think I should dedicate a day where I do modifications for Doom and such. But like, there is one modification. If there's one modification I want to show off for Doom 2, I don't know what it's called. There's literally.
Is it going to be Age Doom?
No, I don't think I'm allowed to stream that. But there is a modification where I think it's called OCD Doom.
What?
Yeah, I think it's called OCD Doom, and like, like you have your pistol, right? But if you start shooting it, the Doom guy will stop, take out a spray cleaner to spray his gun, and start wiping it down with a rag.
What?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
That's what?
Yeah, look it up. And then what's also funny is that your toothbrush is basically a chainsaw. It's an electronic toothbrush.
Is this a reference to when the Doom Demons moonlighted as germs in toothpaste commercials?
I don't know.
It might as well be.
Right. And what's funny is that when you take out your fist and start punching people, the Doom guy will stop, take a look at his fingernails, and then start clipping it off with a fingernail clipper.
Oh no.
Now, there's great modifications for this game. Alright. This level is honestly not that long if you know what you're doing. That being said, let me see. Let's go down here. Go down here and pick up a skull key. Oh, up a cell pack. And this week sucked ass. And tomorrow can suck ass too. You know what? Mood.
Honestly, I am right there with you. I mean, some good things happened. I got some good news across the board, but overall, this week was just...
Archvile! There's an Archvile amongst the... Anyway, go on ahead.
No, that explanation of the Archvile pretty much filled in exactly what I needed for my statement.
American! There's an American among us.
Oh, lordy.
If we want to reference that. So pick that up. Let's pick up this blue key card, and we can run to the exit now. Like I said, this level is extremely short if you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to run upstairs, go down here, go here, over this gap, go this way, and we are done with this level, which means that we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Save. So with that being said, we are essentially halfway done with the game already. We're basically, there are 32 levels, but 2 of them are hidden levels. So essentially there's like 30 levels total. I could be wrong on that, but yeah. So essentially we're halfway there. So the next time that we meet on the Doom Marathon, we will continue things with Doom 2. And tomorrow... Tomorrow, if you guys are still looking forward to it, because I know I still am, we'll be continuing our adventure with Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster on Steam, and then of course, Sunday, Final Fantasy 14 Online. And then we will pick up the third session of Village on Monday. Well,
All right,
Sunday.
awesome.
Well, is this no Monday? That's right. Yep. So that being said, we're gonna go ahead and raid. But first off, have you been to my Discord channel yet? It is a very safe server to be a part of. We hardly put up with any to. Actually, we don't put up with any bullshit whatsoever. So if there happens to be any form of bullying or anything of that sort, you let me or one of our modificators know, and we will take care of that solution. Nip it in the bud. Nip it in the bud, they say.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I'm referencing that. But I also do support streamers both big and small. So if you happen to be streaming on here, YouTube, or Facebook Gaming, don't matter. I support all platforms, so show us what you can do, and we will gladly support you in any way that we can. And like I said, we are raiding, so if you're a subscriber, you can copy our first raid message. If you're a non-subscriber, you can copy the second raid message. If you guys stick around for the raid, I would greatly appreciate that. Gac, is there anything you would like to say while I am looking for someone to raid?
I mean, I'm sexually attracted to you. I have no idea what else to say other than that. Nah, real talk. I am actually really happy to be here. I'm glad that you include me in this, and I can't wait to go through the rest of the Doom series with you.
Yes, it is gonna be a hell of a time. um. Anyway, so let's go on ahead and raid someone. I already have my target in my sight. He goes by the name of Ink Slime. If you guys don't know who Ink Slime is, he is a VTuber who is literally a black ball slime playing through games that he feels like playing through. Right now, he is going through a game called Four Tales, and looks to be like a card game of sorts. But we're gonna go ahead and push the love over to Ink Slime, and I will see you guys tomorrow with some more Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster for Retro Gaming Saturdays. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Blue Hedgehog 2010, and as always, happy gaming, my friends.